Hawley is coming together to say thank you to all the firefighters and first responders who battled that massive fire at the Hawley Co-op grain elevator. First Responder Appreciation Night is tomorrow, 4:30 to 7 in the Hawley High School gym. The ceremony and social is planned with entertainment, some brats and hot dogs to eat, root beer floats to drink. Free will donations will be collected and given to the fire department, emergency response team, and police. The fire started Sunday, February 25th. You see how large it got. Dozens of emergency responders are called in. 17 different departments helped. The elevator in downtown Hawley with City Hall, post office, other businesses and homes were nearby, so they really wanted to get that contained quickly. The cause of that fire is still under investigation.